welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to oh god, where am I? Welcome back to another day, another group, another edition of the LiuLi Cup 2024 Grand Finals Group C. I'm of course your ZvP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all to our first series of the night. The first series here, for those that are curious, exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys wish to have a look at the pack yourselves. The group is stacked. This is a group of 4. We have Solar, we have SKillous, we have Maxpax, we have Shin. We have 4 amazing players. 2 of them will make it through into the next round, and 2 will be eliminated from the tournament in this GSL style group format. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Amygdala, we have the blue Protoss player representing Team Liquid. It is SKillous. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Here we go. Un momento. Just fixing some things up. I'll get there. Here we go. And again, the group stage has been slowly progressing here throughout the past couple of weeks, the qualifiers as well, and we have reached here the halfway mark of the group stage. Today we have Group C, tomorrow we have Group D, so we will be concluding the group stage this week and getting into the playoffs next week as well. So the bracket, the tournament is progressing quite nicely, and coming into this group, it's going to be an interesting one here. Solar has been a little bit less active. He's been less active, I'm sure he's been enjoying the holidays, enjoying Christmas, enjoying time with his family. As a result, I feel like we have seen less of Solar as of late, so I have a hard time placing among some of these players, especially considering the growth of SKillous. SKillous, historically, his worst matchup was PvZ, but as of late, Clem took him under his wing. Clem, of course, switching to Protoss, has had the benefit of assisting his teammates and giving SKillous some builds, and SKillous did qualify for the LiuLi Cup for Master Coliseum through the PvZ matchup with some very big wins over players like Rogue, over players like Solar as well. Oh boy. So we'll see if Solar can get his revenge. See if he can fight back. For the time being, we are settling in. Do have our hatch gas pool standard opening here out of Solar. Likewise, skills across the map, just going for a gate expand into Cybercore. Everything looking as it should. A Stargate opener here out of Skillous. We're settling in. And of course, welcome one and all, of course, to the event. Oh, and before I forget, Papi, you know what time it is. Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat as predictions are open. And again, welcome to our second broadcast of the day. Yesterday, or I should say this morning. This morning we were live with the Pigastore Monday. Did get a couple of hours sleep, so we're well rested. We're good to go. We are good. We are ready for the night of StarCraft, and then it all starts over again. Tomorrow we have a League alongside Group D of the LiuLi Cup. Here we go. But now the initial depth does move out across the map. We're going to be getting some scouting information, keeping tabs here on Solar. Again, we'll see if Solar can keep up with the adepts, with the oracles, can maintain himself, and we'll see how Skillous does follow this up. Does he go for a standard third base? Does he go for faster tech, into a faster Twilight Council, into a faster Forge? If everything goes on time, could just be a standard game. We'll see. I'm here for it. I am ready for it. Also, hello, I stand in the chat. I stand Psycons as well. ¿Qué tal? Saber John, smile, este fuego. Ay, ay, ay. Good to see you, as always, as always. Third base is being taken. Do have our initial Oracle moving out. A second Oracle's on the way. And again, Solar is aware. Back at home, his Queen's getting in position. Spore is done in the natural. And 2 Queens in the main base as well. So far, so good. Oh. So far, so good as the Oracle does catch 1 tumor. Does get a tumor. Gets 1 drone. Nothing too major. Does sustain some hull damage, but will pull away. Does pull away in time. Meanwhile, we do have our initial Twilight Council here out of Skillous. Interesting. So the timing of the Twilight Council is relatively standard, but there is no Forge, and that is a Gateway Explosion. I'm curious here. Are we going to charge? Are we going... If it's going to be Blink, this may just be the beginning here of a 3-base all-in. It is Blink. Blink is on the way. No Forge, no upgrade. Solar, he is supply blocked. Ooh, that is a hefty supply block as well. We have 2 Overlords on the way to help break out of that. And Skillous, he's going to be active very soon here with these Stalkers. And if he doesn't take his gases, if he throws down extra gateways, then this may just turn into an all-in. We're getting there. Oracle still poking in. We do have a safety Roach Horn on the way for Solar. He's not cutting corners, not going straight into Hydras, for example. Is calming things down. As it they do threaten the shade. No big commitment yet. As Oracles, they rotate over towards the natural. And I'm just waiting to see the gateway setup here of SKillous. As again, Blink is about to finish. Double Oracle into the natural, getting 2 more, 3 more drones, 4. Oh, 5, Jesus. That's it, 7, oh my god. Getting 8 drones, that should not have happened. Solar, he doesn't pull away, 8 workers go down, and both Oracles do survive. Just like that, SKillous does take an economic lead. Does take a lead, does take an advantage. Meanwhile, he's taking gases here at his 3rd base. And he's throwing down his gateways. Much later forges here. Double forge out of SKillous. I'm curious if he forgot his forge. Like, I'm curious. Because this is very unorthodox. Fast blink. Into double forge. Into double upgrades. I believe getting up to 6 gates. Yeah, getting up to 6 gateways. He has early blink, but he's not really achieving too much with it. He should be, I feel like, applying pressure to the 4th base. But for now, chasing down the links. Does chase the links down. Let Epsay threaten the shade. As he is working towards the rest of his gateway army. We have charge on the way, 1-1 upgrades. Roper as well. SKillous being relatively passive here, applying pressure, but there's nothing really pressure on the left-hand side. Yes, rotate all the way back around. Just a really awkward position for these Stalkers. The early blink timing doesn't really achieve too much. The economic damage was good with the Oracles, but I feel like these Stalkers have been very lackluster so far. I'm sure he's got 1-1 upgrades on the horizon, but he's getting a 4th base. We're gearing up towards 4 base economies. No, the Oracles, no! Ah, they were the title, and 1 Oracle goes down. Massive pickup. Ay, ay, ay. Not like this. And we'll see what SKillous can get done. He's pushing in. Solo, what do we have to work with? He has a safety amount of roaches, has a 30 lings. Solo, he has what he needs here to hold. Dancing with the army. SKillous pushing in. There's that stasis. Stasis goes off. Nicely done. Catching up most of the lings. From here, SKillous, he can kite. He can kite back. Shut down the lings. Fleet beacons on the way, working towards Skytos. I mean, working towards at least the mothership. And SKillous, he's just looking to trade. He's just looking to trade here against the roaches. Very efficient trades here from SKillous. A lot of roaches going down. There's some expensive losses here for Solar. SKillous once again kiting back. Meanwhile, we have the Solar taking up into Hive, into the Lurker Den as well. Looking to get into Hydra Lurker Viper. Zeltane do coming from left hand side. They do catch the Queen. Queen goes down. Once again, roaches are getting picked up. Oh, they get a couple of Stalkers. Those Stalkers do go down. And the mothership is on the way, and Solar, he's not quite ready for this. Again, he's been trading out a lot of roaches here. He's doing some rough trades for the Zerg. And Solar doesn't have the most ideal economy behind this. Oh, also, there you go. Getting up to 4 base saturation. He's there, getting a 5th base. Can he hold on to it? Can he maintain it? Oh. Actually, a couple of tumors. Solo going for a Ling run by, at least attempting to. Let's go. Headed towards the 4th. Alas, there is stack defense. And I do worry for that mothership timing. 5th base is denied. Getting to triple rover production to Massive Mortal. Let's go. Yeah, just a bit slower methodical play here from SKillous is gaining a lot of ground. Lings, they do slip into the main, and they will scat the mothership. But the Lings, they shouldn't get much done. They're going to be cleaned up. Blackway still has some rough trades here for Solar, bleeding out all of his roaches. And Storm is not quite done yet. Ooh, there's some High Templar here, but there's no Storm. I don't think that's necessarily intentional. Like SKillous, he's acting as if he has Storm. Yo, I'll feedback you. Let's go. So hopefully he realizes soon, or at least morphs in the Archons. Is pushing forward. Can at least feedback the Overseer. Let's go. I think he just realized. I think he just tried to Storm. Yeah, he did. He just tried to Storm. He's like, hold up, this has never happened to me before. Oh no, it's like bit of an awkward moment for that High Templar. Regardless, Zealots are popping up. They get behind the base, they're behind the army. Yeah, Warping does complete. 11 workers go down. The underperforming High Templar. It's okay. They're there for moral support. As the mothership goes down, massive pickup. Again, if there was Storm here, I mean, the SKillous, he could have popped up. Storm still not quite halfway done, or just over the halfway mark. It's getting there. No. No, it's been a it's been a long day. Templar, they spent all day at work. They're tired, right? Like they're getting old. Oh no. They're jet lagged. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. They're good to go. They're good to go. They're good to go. Let's go. Storm is done. So we go. SKillous could be diving and collapsing the army from behind. It does get a collapse here on these lurkers. Do we have detection? We do. There's a revelation. Storm's here on the army, and Solar's army's just gonna crumble. I say that the Lings, they do a great job supporting. They buffer. They force back those immortals. They'll take them in from behind. And there's one lurker left. Where's the revelation? No detection. Oh, lack of detection is brutal. The one lurker getting a lot of damage. No, he misses. No, he misses. He misses the revelation. No. No, let's SKillous. It's just one lurker. He gets past. It's okay. Does just walk past the lurker, heads for the kill, heads for the base, and he will knock it down. Like Solar is trickling in. The Hydras are amassing. Forces a recall. Behind this, going for his own counterattack. But the game is getting scrappy. We're getting scrappy, man. The one lurker that could. As SKillous, he's attempting to transition to Skytoss. Attempting to transition. We have +1 air attack on the way. A couple of carriers. Immortals are amassing. Solar's expansion barely survived, as he's still in a 4-base economy, technically. And SKillous' goal here should just be to knock it down. To knock down the base. To continue to cripple the economy of Solar. And again, Solar's in trouble. No lurkers. There's 0 lurkers ready for this. The army's pushing in without any lurkers. There's nothing to stop the Protoss. Yeah, the expansion is going to go down. Massive storm. Hatchery goes down. And from here, SKillous just has to back off. Oh my god, Storm's going to be popping off once again. This time there is an observer. There is detection. Lurker goes down. And Zelda hit the south side as well. And Solar just being torn apart. He's stuck in a 3-base economy. 7 workers falling. Double expanding. SKillous looking very comfortable. Going to mass immortal. I feel like he could do with a couple of extra carriers at this point, or even rebuilding the mothership, but regardless, he's still in form. I will say that the support for this army is lacking. I'm referring to a gateway supportive army with Stalkers, Zealots, Archons as well. Like, it's a very dense army, but not necessarily large here. How many immortals does he have? 11. We could do with some Archons is what I'm saying. Like, purely Ling Hydra can perform quite well here, more so than Hydra Lurker. Just collapsing on the army. And the Archon goes down. Archon is full. Storm's going to be popping up. The Mass Immortal army struggling here. Nice storms though. Some nice storms. Carrier's gonna be hunted down. There is a shield battery, thankfully. Barely keeping the carrier alive. We need more Archons. There we go, and some Stalkers as well. So again, a bit of an awkward army here for SKillous, but I mean, it's still larger than that of Solar. Like, the reality is the Solar, he's just broke. He's trying to rebuild, trying to reestablish his economy. Solar, he has no gas bank, he has no mineral bank, he can barely produce. He's just been knocked down time and time again. Oh no, the high tech, no! Bit of miscontrol, 3 high Templar go down. Okay. These are the moments that Solar he needs. Lings, they force in an Archon and no more storms. SKillous wasn't quite being too attentive with his army. Corruptor's diving for the carrier. Carrier is going to go down. And we are lacking splash damage here, whether it's Disruptor or Storm. Something is needed. Solar, he can still pull this off. Moving in. Nice spread here with the Immortals. The Lings, so far, their goal here is to keep these Lurkers alive. And again, there are 2 choke points here to push into. There we go. There's the first storm. And these Lurkers, they're on their own. There's no links. There's no link support. There's no Hydras either. The army just melts. GG gets cold, and SKillous takes game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played again. SKillous, he has been on a tear as of late. I did mention before, if you missed out on the qualifiers, if you haven't been watching the CranKy Ducklings, we've been casting SKillous takedown players like Rogue, SKillous takedown players like Solar as well. That's why at the start I did mention that Solar, he was looking for revenge, but Lass does stumble here out the gate, and SKillous starts things off with a win. GG. GG, well played. SKillous does kick things off here with a lead in the series, and we'll see if that continues. We'll see if he does take the 2-0, or if Solar can force the ace match. Here we go. Mowing the lawn and SC is a bit opposite. The SC cutting corners may punish you, or mowing the lawn, you gotta cut the corners. Ah, did we mow the lawn today? Did we? Is that what's on the mind? Ah, no. Here we go. Their comfort storm High Templar. Oh no. Ah no. Not like this. And here we go. We're getting into game number 2, and spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the red Protoss player representing Team Liquid, leading the series 1-0. It is SKillous. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the South Korean Zerg player, the blue Zerg representing Team Falcons. It is Solar. Here we go. Those poor Stalkers feel like they need to have storm coverage. They do feel like they need it, but they do also need it though. That's the oh no. The feelings weren't for nothing. They needed the support, and they got it in the end. Thankfully, they got it. Would have been nice to have had it sooner, but it's fine. Oh no. Also, as we said, Lynn, and as we get into our second game here, I do want to thank everyone as well, because we hit a bit of a milestone. I wasn't, yeah, caught me a little bit off guard, but after we finished casting the Biggest Storm Monday this morning, we got an alert, and apparently we hit 1 million views on YouTube. Crazy, Papi, crazy. We reached 1 million views, Papi. Let's go. I mean, it took like, what, 8 years? But took 8 years of content. We got there though. We got there. Let's go. Oh, the content. So yeah, do appreciate it. Thank you. To all those that watch on YouTube, that watch our content, do appreciate it. Here's to 1 million more. It's quite a way to start 2025. Quite a way to start it. Let's go. As we settle in, as we settle into our second game. So far, just hatch gas pool, standard opener, hatch gas pool here out of Solar. Likewise, gate expand. Based on the pylon location, should just be Stargate. Should it be Stargate? Congrats on 1 million. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. It is just through pure volume, just because like we cast more than any other caster out there, just through pure volume. I think our highest viewed video is like a couple of thousand. It's like maybe 5,000 views or something. So reaching a million, it took a lot of videos. we got there in the end. We got there. Let's go. We have the quantity. Now though, again, we are going to be settling in. And again, thank you to all those. Thank you. When it comes to the group itself, we'll be covering it after this series I was in. We'll be going over the matches that we have for us today. For those that are curious, it's purely ZvP. Pure ZvP is here tonight. And I guess some mirror matchups as well. But no Terran. No Terran in this group. We're safe. We're safe from the Terran. At least for tonight. At least for tonight. Only the Protoss and Zerg can hurt you. As SKillous does take his third. Quantity and quality, Ivan. Oh, thank you, Iceman. Thank you. Do appreciate it. Muchas gracias. As from here, again, so far, I mean, again, SKillous playing quite well last game. Playing very well. It was a unique build, is what I will say, and I do think that it was a little bit inefficient just because the early blink timing didn't really lead to anything, and likewise his upgrades were far later, but, I mean, once you got the ball rolling here, Solar could not stop him. Could not slow down that insane Protoss army, even without Storm, which was also crazy. And again, as I mentioned, Solar, he has been a little bit more out of the limelight as of late. I mentioned that it does seem like he took some time off during the holidays, during Christmas, during New Year's. Solar has been less active than players like Shin, even players like Dark as well. So it's great to see Solar returning, but again, the pressure is on, and he has to fight back here and now to make an ace match in the series out of this. Meanwhile, SKillous, same build. Really curious here as to the origin of this build. I'm curious if maybe Clem gave this to him. I know that Clem has been sharing builds with SKillous in regards to PvZ. And so far, yeah, we're setting up to 5, soon to be 6 gates with Blink without a Forge. And I think this is going to lead it once again into delayed Forge timing, which is what we saw last game. I mean, this is a very safe way to play, and on Whispers it makes sense. Meanwhile, Lings are coming for us around. Shield battery's not done. 1 Stalker goes down. Nice pick off here by Solar. Very nicely done. Gets 1 Stalker. SKillous warping in. And the reason why I say this is safe is because, one, this allows you to have extra gateways, so instead of your typical 3 or 4, you have 5 gates. Likewise, the Twilight Council was a little bit earlier. Blink is finishing up a little bit earlier as well. So if Solo was going for an all-in, if it was going for a 2.5 or 3 base all-in, like a Queen Walk across the map, a German Taxi, then Blink is going to be done in time. So SKillous, he is secure. Now he's moving out. And the question becomes, how many more gateways? That is the 6th gateway on the way. Does he go up to 8, or does he go into a 3-base 8-gate all-in? As he only has 1 gas here at the natural and 1 gas here at the 3rd. Yep, extra gateways are being thrown down. And are we setting up for the... Yep, 3-base all-in. He's setting up for the proxy, so the opener was the same. The follow-up is different. So last game, SKillous, he threw down 2 more Forges, and he started working towards charge. This game, just 8 gateways, 3-base all-in. It's all or nothing for SKillous. And Solar's in trouble. Solar is skipping Roaches. He did decide to skip Roaches. He's going purely Ling Bane. The Baneliness is not ready, and Lings are still amassing. I mean, the Banelings wouldn't really help in this position regardless. But Solar, he is in trouble. Collapsing here on the Oracles. Sorry, on the Stalkers. Oracles will activate. Queens are exposed. He gets 1. Gets 1. Gets 2 Queens. And Solar, he's up against the wall. Again, Solar, he was so greedy. He rushed into the lair. He's rushing into Hydras. He's skipping Roaches. He took his gases here at his 3rd. He droned up. And droning. Now is not the time. Now was not the time. As SKillous, he's just reinforcing here on the front lines. Just reinforcing with those 8 gateways. Stays right behind the Stasis goes. Oh my god, Stasis goes off. And Solar, It's looking bleak. It's not looking good. Stalkers, they move in. Lings, once again, they engage, buying time. They do force back the Stalkers, at least for a moment. The Oracles are still active. The stasis is about to run out. Oh, but so many Lings are falling, and the Hydras are not ready. The boys are going to have to be pulled here. Oracles, they go ham. Hydras are exposed. Oof. Yes, Queens and Hydras are going down. GG gets called as SKillous. He overwhelms with the 3-base all-in, and SKillous will take the 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Again, an interesting opener here. If you remember, I had assumed that SKillous was going for a 3-base all-in in game 1. And what did SKillous do? He didn't throw down extra gateways. He threw down 2 forges into charge, into a gateway composition, into a longer game. This time, he just threw down extra gateways. He also made it difficult to scout because he only took 1 gas at the natural and 1 gas at the third. So this is a 4 gas all-in, but because he split up his gases, it makes it more difficult for Solar to realize how many gases there are without a full scout. And again, Solar, he chose to skip the Roach Warren. So he cut corners, and last he gets punished with the all-in. In the end. GG, well played. SKillous will claim the series, and that leads us into our second match. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves. We do need a moment to set things up and to get things going. As we have a lovely spreadsheet here. It's beautiful. Here we go. So we have our 4 players. We have SKillous versus Solar in the first round, which just concluded. SKillous, he advances on to the winner's match. You can see there, Solar, he gets knocked down to the elimination match. And up next, we have another PvZ between MaxPax and Shin. Now, what I'm excited for here, earlier I was mentioning how SKillous has been in form and Solar has been less active, and we see the result here. When it comes to MaxPax and Shin has been beating MaxPax as of late. It's been impressive to see Shin week after week actually have a winning record against MaxPax over the past couple of weeks. So we'll see how this goes. If this was a couple of months ago, if this was a year ago, I would say MaxPax is favored 100%. But nowadays, it's been more competitive between MaxPax and Shin, so I'm ready for it. It is going to be a shorter series. When we've seen Shin take down MaxPax, it's been like in best of 5s. It's been in longer formats. In shorter formats, anything could happen. Personally, I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping for a back and forth. Regardless of how this goes, we'll see. As MaxPax and Shin, they are preparing. They're getting ready. And again, we're going to be finishing up the entire group here tonight. So it's going to be match 2 into the winners match, which is where the 2 winners face off against each other, into the elimination match to determine which is the first player out of the group, into the decider match to determine the final player through Group C. Oh boy. So again, a lot of ZvPs and potentially some mirror matchups as well, PvP and ZvZ. That is the agenda for tonight. There we go. Until then, vetoes are underway for MaxPax and Shin, so we're going to be going on a short break, and when we return, when we come back, we will have our second series. Take this moment, take this time to get some snacks, get some food, get some water, drain your disruptors, massage your marines, and we'll be back soon with MaxPax versus Shin. See you then.